Councillor O'Brien.
Yeah, thanks here. Look, and it's an extensive report there, so there's no need for it to be read into the record. I know we're short on time. The reason I've approached this issue, and particularly the route across Caves Marsh, as has been discussed here numerous occasions, and Councillor Lavin has raised it by way of motion repeatedly over the last number of years, is to see effectively what can be done to achieve what we all want to achieve, which is a safe route from the Seabury area across to John Paul's. We've discussed floating boardwalks, that kind of solution, or some sort of a bridge that would join at the kind of narrowest point. There was a proposal in 06-07 that didn't go ahead. That was quite contentious, I believe, at the time, around a boardwalk proposal at the back of some of the properties in Milford. But really, what I would like to see done is that we engage an outside company to carry out a feasibility study and come back to the council with what can be achieved given the constraints of the area and also the special designations that exist there. And I think once we have that done and it's up to date, because we even the environmental studies that would have been carried out around 2006, I've no doubt most of the information contained in those is probably long since out of date at this point. Once we have that feasibility study done, it will provide...
Councillor O'Brien, I'm going to call you in. The meeting is drawn to a close. I'm going to give Councillor Lavin 30 seconds, and then less than 30 seconds, Councillor Lavin.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to achieve in 30 seconds, so, I support this motion. I think we should go ahead with the feasibility study. I think we've got to be cognizant that we move on with this, that we have to consult with people as well, so that whatever ultimate solution comes out, that people have had an opportunity to engage in it and to know what's happening. But in the short term, and the short term could be a year, 2 years or 3 years, I don't know. I do agree that the studies that are done to me are historical, and from someone who used that area has become quite familiar with it over the last number of years. I don't think that they're relevant today as they were back in 2006, so they need to be updated. The certain amount of work has been done on the Broadmeadows way across the estuary. I think we can borrow on that as well, and our knowledge and how we've managed to achieve that. It's the same as the stretch of water. It must be similar kind of flora and fauna that are in both locations. So I think it's something that we'll be able to work and hopefully achieve something that we can at least see what the possibilities. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more.
Right, thanks. Mr. Story, do you want to reply briefly? Councillor O'Brien, you want a minute from Mr. Story or 30 seconds?
If that's okay, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Mr. Story.
Yeah, just Chair, it's a bit similar to the previous reply I gave to Councillor Tormey. While I think we all acknowledge that this route is something that we would support from a council-wide to deliver, it's currently not in any programme at the moment. I know you're looking for consultants at the moment, so if the report is agreed, we'll have to take that under consideration. So that's as much as we can say on it.
Councillor O'Brien.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Story. I totally acknowledge that, and I think if we were to carry out the feasibility study, it'd put us in better stead for future decisions that will need to be taken here. So I would ask that the motion be agreed to here, if possible.
Agree the motion unless anybody wants to vote. Sorry, Councillor Tormey, we don't have time.
How much would this cost?
We don't have time for. We'll have to have that as a discussion at a different time. But if you want to come in and you want to vote on it, or
agree the motion.
We'll agree the motion. Okay, just finally,